Hey there, this is Derek from howdoimoney.com. On this video, we're going to go over the Debt Snowball tab on your handy-dandy Tiller Google budgeting sheet. Of course, we go to tillerhq.com to start. Your budget's at the very top and you hit Open Sheet. Again, on this video, we're going to go over only the Debt Snowball tab. Down here at the bottom, hit Debt Snowball, and it'll take you to this sheet. This sheet is only a worksheet. It's not linked to any of the other sheets. Like, for example, the category and the transactions and the budget are all kind of linked together. This one is not linked to anything else. So it's just a worksheet for your own information. And I will show you how to work it into the budget, though. Sort of manually at the very end. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the Debt Snowball, this is how it works. You list all of your debts in order from smallest balance to largest balance. And then you work on the smallest one until it's gone, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So the idea is that the payments that you make on each debt grow and get bigger and roll faster like a snowball would. So that's the basic idea behind the Debt Snowball. Now let's go column by column and then row by row, and I'll show you exactly how this works. I'll go through working down all of these debts. So on column A, all you do is put the name of each debt. So perhaps it's a MasterCard and then a student loan, a couple of student loans, and then a car loan, and then some other loan. So just put the names here. On column B, you put the balances, again from smallest to largest, and then it will automatically add up your total down here. Column C is where you put the monthly minimums that you're supposed to be paying each month, and it will automatically add up a total right here. Column D, this is where you put what you're actually paying, because this could be less or hopefully it's more than what the minimum is required of you. So hopefully you're paying more. If you are behind, put how much you're behind by so that you know how much you need to pay in order to get caught up. And then over here, just put any notes that you have. Like, for example, some handy stuff to have over here is the website to go to log in, and perhaps the phone number. And maybe you could put your username and password over here, or just some hints so that you know what they are, so that you've got all this information in one place. What I've found is that just organizing all of this information is a huge step forward for most people when they just now begin to start to pay off their debt and pay more attention to their debt. Sometimes people can just be lazy. I'm often lazy, and just having all this information spread out all over the internet makes it hard to organize it all, to see it all in one place, because it's all in a different account. You have to log into multiple accounts to see it all. So just organizing it all in the same place can be the first step forward, a really exciting step forward, actually, to start paying off your debts. Okay, so those are the columns. Now I'm just going to go row by row and sort of give an example of how the Debt Snowball works. So what you want to do is throw as much money as you possibly can at the smallest debt. So let's say in this example, you're supposed to be paying $50, but you've got an extra $150, so you're now paying $200 on this one. So you're now paying $400 a month on your debt. The minimum is $250, but you're paying more. So the total amount that you're paying on your debt is $400. Now this is where you can plug this into your budget by hand. So as you go throughout the month and you make all of these payments, it should equal $400 total. So on the category setup, I've only got one category for debt. So anytime any of these transactions come in, all 5 of these, you're going to put them into debt, over here on the transactions tab, every time one of them comes in, just put it on into debt. And then on your budget, it will show up over here under debt. And at the end of the month, it'll show $400. Or actually, it'll show it right here on what actually happened. So you can budget to spend $400. And then as each transaction comes in, it will total $400. So that's how you can work this into your budget. It'll show this total of $400 if indeed that's what you actually pay throughout the month. Okay, so back to the debt snowball. So after several months of paying $200 on this one will be gone. So it'll be 0. And you want to update these numbers every month so you can see the debt snowball working. So this one is now 0. We've gone forward into the future several months. This one is gone. However, what you do is you take this $200 and you just simply apply it to the next budget or to the next debt. So this is now $250. So now you can see that this one is already larger than what you were paying. So you've rolled all the money that you were paying on this what was the smallest debt into the next new smallest debt. So several months go by and you've been paying $250 a month on this debt, and this debt is now gone. So you can then roll this amount down here into this one. So this is now going to be $290. So now this one is getting paid off even faster. And as the months go by, eventually this one is paid off. So it's 0. So then you can add this $290 down here to this debt. So this is going to get even bigger. It's going to be $350. So now you're paying $350 on this smallest debt. So it's going to go a lot quicker than it has been in the past. Each debt gets paid off faster as your debt snowball gets larger and it sort of rolls faster. So several more months goes by and this debt is gone. You can now apply this $350 down here to this $50 one. So this whole time you've been paying $50 on this one, and now you're about to go, it's about to jump up a lot to $400. So now you're paying $400 a month just on this one debt. Now, it is important to point out that since you've been paying all along on this debt, it's not going to be $7,000 by the time you get to it. It's going to be, I'm not really sure, it's going to be maybe $5,500 by the time you get to it. For this example, I didn't update it every single time. But as the months go by, since you're going to be updating the balances, this balance, because you've been paying on it this whole time, will be a lot smaller. So now at $400 a month, it's going to go a lot quicker than it was when you were only paying $50 a month. And then let's say that you, as the months go by, you found some more money. Maybe you got a raise or you canceled a couple of bills, and your debt snowball not only gets larger because the debts get paid off, but because you found some more money and worked it into your budget. And let's say you're paying $500 a month. So this one's going to get paid off. It's still going to take a couple of years, but it's going to be rather quick. So that's how the debt snowball works. And then, eventually this will be 0 and you'll be debt free. And the last thing I'll point out here is this calculation down here. This estimates how many months it'll be until you're debt free. It's just an estimate. So basically what it does is it takes your total debt and it divides it by how much you're paying monthly. So that would give you an estimate on how many months it's going to be until you're debt free. And that shouldn't be a dollar sign right there. That should just be a number. So it's not $11, it's 11 months. And we'll try and fix that in this tiller sheet so it's more accurate. Okay, so that's how the debt snowball sheet works. I will see you in the next video when we will go over the savings goals tab. Again, my name is Derek from howdoimoney.com.